All right, Sean Tell, FightHype.com here with the reigning, defending WBO super featherweight champion of the world, former Olympian, also defender of the country, Jamel Herring. How you doing, Jamel?
I'm doing good, bro. Good to see you, Sean, man. Appreciate you having me on to speak with you guys. You know I got a lot of love for you and FightHype, man, the FightHype team.
Please, we none without the fighters, champ, so thank you. But just getting right into it, man, what has made you, working alongside Bomac that has made you such a better fighter in these last 2 years?
Like it's right there. Bomac, Red Spikes, Isao Dieguez, great trainers, and not to mention when you have a guy like Bud Crawford in your corner, you know that definitely takes you to another level. But overall, though, it's really about chemistry because there are a lot of other great trainers out there, like Freddie Roach, Robert Garcia, and just to name a few. But it's all about the chemistry, and then if you're not on the same page with your team, you really can't get too far. So.
What's like the philosophy in that gym though?
Family oriented. I think that's what makes it a lot easy. Because we work hard, but we have fun while we're doing it because we're like one big family in there. Like we joke around, and then but at times we know how to put the switch on and get serious in there. But we all want to see each other build. From even like I want to see my trainers be known as some of the best trainers ever in the sport of boxing. Just like Bud, he wants me to be known as one of the best champions that's out here today. So we always we motivate and push each other. There's no, I can say in our gym, there's never that that A guy, he's the top guy. Like no man, like when it's if the spotlight's on you, the spotlight's on you. And if we have like say like me and Bud, I have like a training camp simultaneously together, we push each other and it makes the camp a lot. It makes our performances a lot better.
Was there some technical stuff you could share with us though? Because it just seems like everything just got sharper with like the punch selection, the distance, all.
Oh yeah.
What did that? Yeah. What was
actually, you know what it is with them, and there's nothing against my guy, my former trainer, Mike Stafford. Mike Stafford is a tremendous trainer. It's just that the issue that I had with Mike Stafford at times was it was just him. So like other guys like my bro Adrian Bronos or others, Rashid Warren and Robert Easter, he couldn't buy the time equally amongst us, and of course, if you're like a guy like at the time, during that time I was still coming up, and Adrian, he was, AB was the man, the man, so in that camp. So of course, he would get most of that attention because he had the bigger fights, when he fighting guys like Mikey Garcia and so on. But with here, it's like every, between Red Spikes, Isao Dieguez, and Brian McIntyre, they all had their unique way of training, but they all make it, work together. And like even if it's me and Bud training together, they still split the time up where we Bud and I will basically be able to work with each and every one of those three individuals without an issue, and it just works smooth. So and like I said, with the technique, Bomac is a true teacher. So you get, there's a lot of trainers out there, but there's not too many teachers. And Bomac is definitely one of the best teachers that I've had. Like I say, even as in my career and at my age, as you see, man, I'm still getting better with each fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm progressing. I'm learning because I'm still able to learn because he's a great teacher.
But a lot to do with your mentality too, right?
Oh yeah, they got an American mentality, man. I've been through, me, man. I've been through worse, man. I've been even inside and outside of the ring. I've been through the ups and downs. So now I'm not taking anything for granted. I'm just grateful. But those things that I've been through in the past just made me to the person you see today.
Now, you mentioned working with Bud. Did you guys spar for this camp or any previous camps?
Oh, we always spar. We spar, man. So like, yeah, so we definitely spar. Bud is like, it's not like during this pandemic, we might not always have like the sparring that we may need. So like guys like Bud, they'll just come in and be like, hey, I'll spar with you, to make sure you get all your rounds in. And then I'll do the same thing for him. Like, any of his camps, I'll just come in. I'll fly in and I'll be like, Bud needs somebody to work with, I'll work with him. And that's just what brothers do. But we definitely spar. Bud spars everybody from, junior lightweight to, I seen him get sparring guys in there recently, last weekend as like light heavyweights and so on. So
Steve Nelson.
Yeah, with Steve Nelson and every, you know, my man, he Dell. So yeah, he's Bud gets in there with anybody got a set of gloves, he'll get in there with you.
What's that like up close though, Jamel? Like a lot of people believe he is the best pound for pound. What's that like with it really up front?
You know, it's crazy. We don't even look at it like that because we always around him, and Bud is just he's just a cool individual. You know, he gets a lot of like I said, when you have that type of status, you do get a lot of backlash and hate at times, and so. But Bud is a really he doesn't pay much of any attention. Like he just like if anything, he just living his life, and he's more family oriented than anything. So when we're around, you know, we just kick it like just brothers more than anything. We don't look at it, our statuses in terms of he's a world champion, I'm a world champion. No, we get together, we laugh, we joke. Matter of fact, he should be coming here to Vegas soon to support us, to support me and Steven who are fighting this weekend. But yeah, man, but Bud, he's just a normal dude. He's never like he's not a flashy type dude. He's just a regular guy out there who just loves the box.
You know, Jonathan Oquendo, he's fought a lot of these top fighters the last decade. He hasn't been stopped in almost a decade. He's lost some fights, but he hasn't been stopped in almost a decade. Do you want that heading into the Frampton fight to stop Okendo?
You know, for the most part, I do want to make a statement, but I'm not gonna go out there looking, you know, for the knockout because you know boxing as I know, bro. When you start looking for the knockouts, that's when you start getting sloppy, and then you start leaving yourself open. And plus, you know, like I said, we're not gonna lie. Like people look at me as I'm not the biggest puncher, but you know what I mean. Like my whole thing in boxing, I have to break you down before they get you out of there. So which is fine with me. But like for the most part, I just want to get the rounds in and just make that statement that I'm still one of the top fighters in the division, and just go from there.
When you say breaking him down, does that mean he's going to get it to the body a lot?
You already know, man. Like, hey, I don't want to say too much, but yeah, man, we gotta just take advantage of mainly what's in front of us overall, you know. So like, yeah, like y'all know me, man. I love getting into a rhythm and with a good body attack. So if it's there, it's there. But if I have to just box him from the outside all night, then I'll just box him. But you know, like but that's what having a great corner like Bo Mack and them. We know how to make adjustments in there.
But speaking of the Frampton fight, being that there's such a stark difference in height, you know, you're 5'10", he's 5'5". How do you think that plays out in a fight with Frampton?
Um, well, like I said, where I beat him at in terms of size and physique and things of that nature, Carl Frampton beats me in experience. But so I still have to go in there, go in there and be smart because he's been in more high level fights than I have, of course. So he has an experience factor on his side. I think it's just going to come down to basically who wants it more. I know he says he wants to go out and make history, but like you know me, man. Like you know me, Sean. I'm still hungry. I still want to do saying great things in the division. You know, I still want to get a chance to potentially unify titles in the division or so on. But yeah, I mean, for me, I think I just gotta remain hungry and just remain sharp. Like I don't overlook him because of his size, things of that nature. I mean, we all see it. A lot of people do point that out. You know what I mean? And I can't say that's not a great attribute to have on your side. But it takes more than just a size advantage to get in there and really get a win. A dominant performance over guys who may beat you in the experience department.
And with the right fighter, they can make your size height advantage a disadvantage,
Yeah,
right? With a certain
a right fighter can nullify that. You know what I mean? Look at guys like Lomachenko. I mean, like he can go in there with just about anybody and take away your best asset. So big tall in terms of tall and height, or just a big puncher. Guys like that who are smart and nullify your best assets. So you can't just go in there and just banking on one thing. I gotta come in with a proper game plan still, and I gotta prepare myself mentally just as much as I have to do physically for that fight.
And Jamel, I understand you've got a great game plan laid out over at Top Rank. You know, Frampton fight would be great, and then Burchell Valdez winner would be incredible fights. But what do you think about the fact that Gary Russell, he's calling out Terrence Crawford, your friend, but you actually happen to be in the weight class where a fight with you and him could actually realistically happen? Does any part of you say, hey, forget about the Bud fight, I'll fight you? You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
So crazy, like I really don't indulge into that. I think for me, I think it's entertaining. Like I do tune into the fight hype videos when I see with Gary and things of that nature, because I know those guys, but I'm a fighter. So if those type of fights present themselves, of course. I mean, because Sean, you've seen it just in the past, like when you mentioned Berchelt, we try to get that unification after I won the world title, and we just could never get that fight for over a year now. It's been over a year. We're not even nowhere near close to even getting that type of fight with
I was there during
Berchelt.
Fury Sports last year where they brought you guys on stage and you just stared at him as he sat right next to you and he wouldn't, it was the most angry I'd ever seen you.
Yeah, because like at that time it's like, okay, with that situation, because I don't really speak on it much, but with that situation, like I felt like he came in the ring during my moment when after I beat Ito, so I figured, okay, this is the next thing. This is the next thing coming up. This is what it means to be a world champion. You gotta fight the best. Because I do consider Berchelt is the best in the division. I give him that full respect. But after basically on the title Saturday, come back, speaking with top rank Monday, they weren't getting any responses. And then you seen that in November we both had fights. He fought Jason Sosa a week before I did, and I fought my boy Lamont Roach. That we should have been fighting each other then. But okay, I think we took care of business because Lamont was my mandatory, so with that you had to take care of that anyway. You would think that would be the next thing that top rank was setting up, because we fought back to back like that. You would think that's the next big thing, and then like all of a sudden now we heard the Valdez rumor. So it's like, I feel like with that situation, it's like I'm not going to get any close to that situation. I mean, I wish him and the best of luck with his career. I had nothing bad against him. I think I'm actually, as a fan, I do want to see how his fight with Valdez turns out to be. But going back to like saying the situation with Gary, it's like I'm at the point where if it's a big fight, I'm all for it. And that's what I'm trying to get at. You're like, so I can't really be picky because I try to fight this champion or that champion. I mean, like I said, Leo Santa Cruz, he's tied up with Tank right now. He got that situation.
Who do you think wins that fight now?
Hey, I'm telling you right now, if Tank can make that weight healthy and get down and get down to that, get down to 130 without an issue, I think Tank being younger, the stronger fighter, of course you got to lean towards that way. But with Leo Santa Cruz, you can't count Leo anywhere out. And also, I've been hearing that Leo has been working on a hell of a game plan. He has things in mind that he wants to do for that fight. And you gotta give Leo credit because I've been hearing that he's the one who called for that fight. They've been saying he's the one who pushed for that fight. So I feel like with guys like that, when they push for something, it's because they see something they feel like they can expose whatever. But it's a good fight, and I wish those two nothing but love and success. But I'm gonna tune in because, like I said, I watch everything. I'm gonna tune in, but I wanted to fight with Leo Santa Cruz. If I had to fight my boy Jojo Diaz, if that was on the table, I would have took it because, I just want in the boxing, you got to unify titles to stand out. You know what I mean? Yes. There's too many titles. Because right now, even right now, situation in the super featherweight division, you could say everybody got their favorite, and everybody will say, well, I think he's better than this one, or he's better. But I feel like in order for us to really prove who's better than who, we got to start fighting each other. These champions fight champions, but that's just me. I just have the old school philosophy, I guess.
So whether it would be Berchelt, Valdez, or Santa Cruz, Davis, you're just at the point where it's like whichever one will get in the ring.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, if it's a big fight that the people ask for, because I do listen to what the people say. You gotta respect the people. The people who actually watch the sport, pay to come see you. Also, like saying, a good backing, behind you. They also help push certain fights, because I mean, look like for instance, Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia doesn't have a world title, but since he has a tremendous backing and a following, he's put in positions where he can negotiate for crazy amount of money as well on his side because the people. So you gotta be like, I respect everyone out there who shows me love. So, but like I said, I listen to everything that's going out there. If it's a big fight that the people want and it makes sense, I'm all for it. What I got to lose? A lot of people didn't even think I'll be here today. So I'm just the type of guy like, hey, I'm just gonna continue proving you wrong.
And last one for you, Jamel, heading in to your fight with Okendo this weekend. Just another one in the stable with Lomachenko and Lopez. Who do you see winning that fight, and why, Jamel?
Man, like I said, I'm behind my boy Teofimo, man. That's my guy, man. His father's my guy. Like you obviously, I mean, like I said, they got him listed as an underdog, but I don't really want to give him the underdog title, like a definition of it. I mean, of course, like anybody going against Lomachenko, you know, is going to be placed in that category for starters. But like I said, man, I really like his energy and his hype behind it. It makes you wonder, like, man, I think he can really have a chance to do something or pull something off. But like I said, Lomachenko, another guy, I respect him, man. Lomachenko is an incredible fighter. He's definitely earned the status of where he's at. You know, like I said, no one's done what he's doing. You know, right now he's in the now. But I think it's just a great fight, and I definitely want to tune in. I actually want to be there. I don't care if there's no crowd or anything. I want to be there. But I mean, much love to both of them, especially Teofimo, man. Like he didn't have to take this fight. Like he just got the belt. He just got his belt. His first title defense. You want to go against one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. As much slack as he's been getting over the past few weeks, you gotta respect him for that. There's guys out there that don't even want to mention Lomachenko at times. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You gotta give Teofimo his credit. Win, lose, or draw. You know, he's a dog.
Give me your pick. Forget liking Teofimo, any of that. Your real boxing brain. If you had to put some,
I can't give you that, man. I can't give you that. But like I said, I wanna go with my guy Teofimo. I want to go. Like I said, I always root for the underdog, man. Because like I said, I've been in that position, so I want to go with Teofimo. But I'm looking forward for a great fight. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Lomachenko gets the win because it's Lomachenko.
Anything else you want to let the fans know heading into Saturday on ESPN Plus, brother?
No, just like I said, man, I just appreciate you for giving me this platform to speak. I just want to tell everybody just to tune in Saturday. It should be a good night of boxing. Also, I want everyone to really pay attention to the co-main event, which is my brother Steven Nelson, who will be fighting Saturday as well. And Jared, big babies, Jared will be on the card as well. So from Toledo, Ohio. Yeah, my man Jared, man, he's another up and coming tremendous athlete. So yeah, but man, it should be a good card, and this card sets up things for the bigger things to come. So that's all I can say, man.
All right, man. Looking forward to this Saturday for real this time. This is
for real this time. Hey, I'm in the bubble, so that means I'm good. I'm here, so I'm good. I just gotta just get in the ring now. We straight.
Thank you so much, Jamel, for your time, champ. Good luck Saturday.
No problem. Bro.